Microsoft is buying acclaimed. wait. Microsoft is buying Activision. Microsoft is buying Activision video game giant, Activision Blizzard, for $68.7 billion, almost $70 billion. And this is one of the largest, or if not is the largest, video game buy ever. I believe ever. And Activision, which is known for Call of Duty, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, along with many other things, has been mired in controversy the last few months. They've had some culturally problematic issues in their company having to do with sexism, genderism, ageism, all the other isms that's going on these days. And there's been a little bit of controversy with the company, which probably brought down the price a little bit because it could have been a little bit higher. But since they had a little bit of controversy going on, they had to cut it back. They had to cut it back a little bit. It does make you wonder, though, what in the world are their plans? Because I was watching one of these videos, and you know how they have these videos where it'll show like an industry? So you'll take like the telephone industry, and you'll have AT&T, Verizon, and all these other different companies, T-Mobile, all these different companies, and then it'll show their progress throughout the years and how they're holding their market share. And it'll show some companies take over and others draw back, and then they take over and they draw back. And like in video games, one of the more recent ones that I saw, it started out with a few different companies that you never really heard of, and then you heard of, and then you seen Atari, and then you see Nintendo start taking over, then you seen PlayStation start taking over, and then you seen Xbox come in, but PlayStation kept a wide gap in most of that market share. Now it seems to be Microsoft is working on jumping right into that market share. It looks like they got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. They've got, there's so many different titles that they have with this. Let me see some of the other titles that they have with it. World of Warcraft. Oh my God, there's so many different games that they have that it's just ridiculous. Overwatch, Diablo, Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Candy Crush, StarCraft, just to name a few. So Activision Blizzard is no joke, and they've been around for a very long time, and it's one of the top video gaming companies. And I do apologize for not being well-versed in the video game business per se, but I do understand that there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money that goes into these things. There's a lot of money that you're dealing with this stuff. So when we bring it back now, and we start to think about like the future plans with these things. So Acclaim and Bethesda. Did I just change it again? Activision Bethesda. Why do I keep saying Acclaim? Does Acclaim have something to do with that? Why do I keep messing myself up? Anyway, Microsoft, and now it seems like now we're looking into the future, and now the future is all of these different games. Now you have a past, and you have a history of successful games, and now you're wanting to build something from the ground up. And now, as you guys know, with the Metaverse and Facebook's Metaverse, everyone's going to be trying to build their own Metaverse. Everyone's trying to jump into the virtual reality. Now it's getting to the point to where even Facebook is going to be changing their social media to where it'll be more closer to the Metaverse, where it's like an actual town that you can go into that's inside of the technology, that's inside of the company. It's virtual reality. And they're all competing for this. And they're all trying. They're doing their best to be prepared for the Metaverse in the long run. And the Metaverse is going to be a big thing in the future. But they're trying to get more demographics than just gamers to participate in it. So if they can get normal people, who I'm going to say, we're going to distinguish gamers from normal people. Gamers are the people who are hardcore into gaming. Everyone else is everyone else. So they're trying to get more people who aren't necessarily gamers into it. And then if you look at social media definitely draws in every demographic from all over the world. Different demographics, different personality types, different types of things that make people gravitate towards it. And now the metaverse is going to be there's going to be classes in the metaverse. You can go to school in the metaverse. There's so many different things that you can do. NFTs, cryptocurrencies, Walmart's getting into the metaverse. Microsoft's getting into the metaverse. Everything's getting into the metaverse. And I didn't know that this conversation talking about this large acquirement for video games, for Microsoft to buy a video game company, I didn't know it was going to turn into something way bigger. And it is going to turn into something way bigger. Now, this market share is going to help Microsoft gain on PlayStation. But how much? How much is Microsoft going to be able to catch up with PlayStation and see how they can? Because the Xbox doesn't necessarily sell as many as the PlayStation. But if they have these games now, are they going to make their games exclusive? Are they going to make them? How are they going to do it? How exactly are they going to handle this? How are you going to manage it? It gets very complicated, but we'll see. Doesn't seem like there's too much craziness going on with it. It'll take probably a year to get everything situated and figured out. But I'm more interested in seeing what their plans are with the metaverse and what exactly they're going to be doing and what the plans are for this, because I don't know about you, but I'm fascinated by the plans of the metaverse. I want to see, because I don't know, are we going to be having like the Matrix? Because there's two of those weird futuristic possibilities, and one of them is, one of them is the Terminator type scenario where you have cyborgs coming in. They start to make themselves. They become self-aware and realize that humans are a plague on the earth and they have to destroy humans. Or we become part of the metaverse. We become part of the virtual reality. That's where it seems to be heading into now. I don't think that we'll ever truly lose control of our technological apparatuses, but I do believe that we will feel like we lose control, or we will feel like we're out of step with the technology, like we're not 100% on top of it like we were previously. Because the technology is always changing, and it is always getting more and more complicated. And as we go throughout time, are these going to help us or hurt us? Because a lot of times video games do give people a lot of positive memories, a lot of positive things that help them in their lives, but also it can be physically detrimental to you, and your physical body can stress out, and your physical body will deal with a lot less if you are just sitting on your ass in the metaverse all day. So what is the right balance with the metaverse and real world, real life activity? This is all going to be changing, and this is a lot of things that we all need to really be thinking about and wondering about, because the metaverse is coming. The metaverse is coming in every different variation that you can. There's not going to be one big core metaverse, and then you can work throughout that. There's going to be a bunch of different metaverses. So Microsoft has one, Facebook has one, or they're working on them. Either way, they are definitely working on them, and they're trying to get themselves ready for the future, to see what exactly the future holds. Because none of us know exactly what the future holds, but we can put bets on where we think it's going. And everything in the future, in today's time, looks like it's going to be heading towards this metaverse. It looks like we got addicted to social media, and social media became a huge, giant part of our lives, and it is still kind of a problem to these days. Now, if you take that and you amplify it, probably times 10, then we're going to have the metaverse. We're going to be having people living in the metaverse. They'll be keeping their temporary meat bodies alive, eating food, drinking Red Bulls, and then hooking right into the metaverse, because they can get you addicted to this. That's how that's what video games do. They are designed to addict you without any type of exterior medicine, any type of exterior drugs that you have to have. They know how to addict you with the games. They know how to addict you with the games. It's just like social media. It's just like the phones. It's just like everything else. So there's, along with all these cool new interconnections that we're all going to have with each other, we're going to be more connected than ever, even though people feel less connected than ever. We will be more connected than ever. Is this going to be a good thing? Is the metaverse going to replace social scenes? Is it all going to replace it? I don't know, guys. I don't know. I just wanted to do a quick video on the buy and have my take on it, because it does seem like, sure, the video game stuff's going to be big, but I think they're banking on a lot bigger stuff in the future. And this stuff in the future is going to be crazy.